Hey peeps, welcome back to another short series of Mental Skills Minutes brought to you by the University of Maryland Sports Psychology Department. This week we have Shana Jones talking to us about self-talk, how we can do it, and how we can keep it positive. You guys, this one's really good, a quick 7-minute series on self-talk. So here we go.
Hi everyone, it's Shana Jones, and we're back with another episode of Mental Skills Minutes. And today we're continuing the conversation of confidence, but segueing into the discussion of self-talk. Self-talk is exactly what it sounds like, the way in which we talk to ourselves, whether internally or out loud. It's that internal dialogue we have with ourselves each day that shapes the way we see ourselves and the world around us. Have you ever coached yourself through a really scary or tough situation? What about talking yourself step by step through a new task or skill that you're hoping to master? Well, that is your self-talk. When used correctly, our self-talk can provide a multitude of benefits, including helping to direct our attentional focus, increasing our confidence, controlling emotional and cognitive reactions, and increasing motivation and effort. Since it's clear that this skill can be very beneficial, let's discuss some different types and how to optimize your self-talk. Two main categories of self-talk are motivational and instructional. Both are highly important, but the timing of when each are used can make all the difference. Motivational self-talk is all about helping you build confidence and self-efficacy for the task at hand. It can improve your mood and regulate your emotional reactions to high-stress situations. Phrases such as, "I can do hard things," "You got this," "You're strong and more than capable," are all examples of motivational self-talk. These generally take on a more positive tone, and they're best used for tasks that involve strength and endurance or speed. Instructional self-talk, on the other hand, is more focused on providing you with instructional reminders at each phase of the task being performed in order to guide you to success. So, eyes up, elbows bent, or dodge and shoot are both examples of instructional self-talk related to sport. This form of self-talk can be more beneficial in tasks that require accuracy or fine motor skills, as it can enhance attentional focus. This can also be really beneficial when learning and executing something new. Other categories that self-talk can fall into are based more on tone. Have you ever fallen into a negative thinking spiral when performing a task with thoughts such as, "Wow, that was terrible," "You really suck," or "Why did you eat that?" Think about how you feel when stuck in this trap. Are you feeling excited and ready to continue? Or more defeated, like you might be better off if you just gave up? This is often the difference in impact between negative and positive self-talk. In order to perform our best on any given task, it probably helps to feel more motivated and energized. So we want to recognize when our self-talk has taken a turn and become more negative before implementing a more positive or neutral instructional self-talk statements. So we've been talking about different types of self-talk and its benefit, but how do we really optimize our self-talk? How do we get out of a negative thinking spiral when we're stuck? Here's a few tips for creating great self-talk. Number one, recognize your feelings. Often when we're trapped in a negative thinking spiral, we rarely recognize it before it's too late. A quick way to notice is to check in with your feelings periodically. If you notice that you're feeling down, unmotivated, or defeated, there's a good chance you're experiencing some negative self-talk, and it may be time to give yourself a more positive boost or hone your focus through more instructional-based self-talk. Another benefit of recognizing your feelings is you begin to notice which scenarios trigger more negative self-talk, and then you can better prepare for them in the future. Tip number two, ensure your positive statements feel true. When coming out of feeling a bit down or a negative thinking spiral, there's nothing worse than feeding yourself cheesy positive statements that you do not believe in. Instead, we want to make our self-talk feel as authentic as possible in order to decrease resistance and increase effectiveness. So let's say your positive affirmation is to love your body every day. But today, you just aren't feeling that. Instead, try replacing I love my body every day with I will do my best to show my body love today, or I'm working to love my body more. These simple tweaks can make our positive self-talk feel more real to us and therefore have greater impact. Tip number 3, talk to yourself like you would a child or a loved one. Sometimes if we're having trouble offering ourselves effective self-talk, it can be helpful to pretend you're speaking to a child. How might you instruct a child through a task? Would you give them complex directions or keep them simple and precise? Additionally, how might you encourage a child when they've just made a mistake? Would you say, "You're so stupid," or something more along the lines of, "Wow, great effort. Now you just have to work on your form to bring it all together." Take time to think about the way in which you're speaking to yourself, and if you might have the same things to say to a child or a loved one. This can help us to develop not only more motivating self-talk, but also simple but powerful instructional self-talk as well. So now that we know self-talk can have some powerful benefits for life's performances, including more attentional focus, more confidence, more better control of our emotional and cognitive reactions, and even more motivation and effort. We also know about the different types of self-talk, from motivational to instructional, and negative to positive or neutral. As you're thinking about optimizing your own self-talk, remember to check in with your feelings, ensure your positive statements feel true to you, and speak to yourself as you would a child or a loved one. Well, Terps, that's it for us for Mental Skills Minutes this week.